ma'am. I am your student nurse for today. Today, ma'am, I'll be assessing your abdominal. But before that, ma'am, may I know your name, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am. I'm Jana Pinarigan.
Your age?
19.
Your birthday?
August 31, 2000.
Okay, ma'am. So, how would you like me to address you, ma'am?
You may call me ma'am.
Can we start now, ma'am? But before we start, ma'am, I will first sanitize my hands for safety purposes. So, will that be alright, ma'am? If I touch some specific parts of your body, specifically your abdomen? In assessing your abdomen, ma'am, it is also needed that your abdomen will be exposed. Is it okay, ma'am? So, let's now start. So now, ma'am, I will inspect for the contour of your abdomen. Now I will observe for the symmetry, if there are any lumps or protrusions. I will also observe for your stray. Now I will observe for your umbilicus. Now for your aortic pulsations. Okay, ma'am. So now I will observe for the peristaltic waves. So for the abdominal girth, I will measure your abdominal girth using the tape measure. Okay, can you raise your body, ma'am? So it should be above the umbilicus. Okay. Okay, so now, ma'am, I'll be using my stethoscope for assessing your bowel sounds. So, are you ready, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
So now, ma'am, I will now assess your vascular sounds and picture raps. Can you lower your pants, ma'am? So now here quadrants. So now, ma'am, I will be palpating your liver. So now, ma'am, I will assess for your spleen. Now I will palpate for if there are any masses present in your abdomen. Okay, ma'am, for the blood percussion and in palpating the kidneys, first I will palpate the kidneys. For the blood percussion, ma'am, can you sit down? Hold your clothes, ma'am. Lay down now. Next is assessing the bladder. Is your bladder empty, ma'am, or kaihiyan ka? Shifting. I will now assess, ma'am, for shifting dullness. So I will percuss from here to the umbilical. So I will start, ma'am. So for your fluid wave test, ma'am, can you put your hands here, ma'am? So now for the rebound tenderness. Do you feel any pain, ma'am?
No, ma'am.
Ito, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
Okay. Do you feel pain, ma'am?
No, ma'am.
Ito, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
Okay, so for the SOA sign, can I remove your blanket, ma'am? SOA sign and obturator sign. Do you feel any pain, ma'am?
No, ma'am.
Wala, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
So now, ma'am, let us proceed assessing your musculoskeletal. So I will now assess for your back and extremities. So for your gait, ma'am, can you stand, ma'am? And can you walk like this, ma'am? Okay, ma'am. structure and posture of the spine. So now for the symmetry of extremities, so just observe So now is assessing your range of motion. So let us begin in your spine, ma'am, through cervical. So can you sit down, ma'am? Can you do this, ma'am? Now for your thorax, for your shoulder, ma'am, can you perform this? Now is for your arms and elbows. Ay. For your shoulder, ma'am, perform this one. For in assessing your arms and elbows, ma'am, can you perform this? Okay, ma'am. Ma'am, thank you. So now, let us proceed in your wrist and hands. So in assessing your wrist, ma'am, and hands, can you perform this? Okay, ma'am, thank you. For your hips assessment, ma'am, so you have to move your feet like this. The other one. Next is side.
For the range of motion, for the spine, the cervical is full, the thoracic and lumbar are full. For the upper extremities, the shoulder, elbows, arms, hand and fingers are also full. For the lower extremities, the hips, the ankles, the knees are also full.
For the fasciculations, ma'am, I will just observe for any involuntary muscle movement of your upper and lower extremities, ma'am. I'll just hold this one. So now, ma'am, for the repeatus, I'll just move your feet, ma'am, if there are any cracking sounds. Are you ready, ma'am? So now, ma'am, I will just observe if there are any bony deformities in your hands. The other hand, ma'am. Okay, ma'am. Thank you. So now, ma'am, for the muscle strength, can you do this, ma'am? And can you fight my force, ma'am? Go, ma'am, go. Okay, ma'am. Thank you. Can you sit down, ma'am? So now, ma'am, for the special test, we will start in Fallon's test. So can you do this, ma'am? Ma'am, thank you. Next is the heels test. So I'll just talk, ma'am. Okay, ma'am, thank you. Now, ma'am, for the Lassigis test, I will assess you to raise your foot, and you can tell me, ma'am, if you feel any pain or discomfort. So, are you ready, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
You feel any pain, ma'am? The other foot.
No, ma'am.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you. Next is assessing for if there are any masses or bulging in your knees. Next is Next is assessing a knee test for ballotment. Now, ma'am, for the memory test, all you have to do, ma'am, is to tell me if you feel any pain or discomfort, ma'am. So I will assist you, ma'am, in raising your left leg. You feel pain, ma'am? Okay, the other leg, ma'am. Do you feel any pain, ma'am? Okay, ma'am. Thank you. So, good morning, ma'am.
Good morning.
So now, ma'am, let us now proceed in neurologic assessment. So, can you state your name, ma'am?
I'm Jonathan Pinardigan.
The day today,
May 27, 2020.
the time,
7:09.
the place where you're currently right now.
I'm currently in Tacloban City.
Okay, so for the level of consciousness, the patient was able to state her name, the day, the time, and the place where she is currently right now, which indicates that the patient is alert. So for the GCS, can you close your eyes, ma'am? Can you open your eyes? So what are you feeling right now, ma'am?
I feel good and somehow frightened of the things na like if I will not be able to pass my school papers because of lack of time. However, I feel great today.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you. So now, ma'am, can you stretch your arms forward? Can you move your arm? Okay, ma'am. Thank you. So for the findings, the patient scored 15, which means that the patient is alert and was able to respond on the questions and verbal commands without confusion or pain. For the mood and affect, have you ever been accused, ma'am, and been punished by the things that you did not do?
Yes, ma'am.
Can you describe what you felt that time, ma'am?
I felt very angry.
That's all, ma'am.
I felt very angry knowing that I did not do what they think I did.
Okay, so for the findings, the patient is cooperative and was able to express her feeling to the appropriate situation. So for the dress, hygiene, and grooming, did you take a bath today, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
So do you feel cold, ma'am?
Yes.
So for the findings, the patient is neat and wears a proper and appropriate clothes for the weather. So for the facial expression, can you look at me, ma'am? Can you smile? Frown? Okay, ma'am, thank you. So for the findings, the patient maintain good eye contact, shake and smiles, and frown appropriately. So in assessing the speech, upon observing, the patient has a moderate tone, clear voice, and pronunciation, and moderate pace. So for the vocabulary, can you read this, ma'am?
Walter states that the art of medicine consists of amusing the patients, while the nature itself cures the disease.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you. Can you tell me what is this, ma'am?
Caesar,
This one.
alcohol,
Okay, ma'am. Thank you. Can you write a letter, ma'am? A sentence here. Okay, ma'am. Thank you. So for the patient wrote, I, Geraldine the Gabi, love the nature. So for the findings, the patient can name the familiar objects in the room without difficulty. She can also read age-appropriate written print and writes a coherent sentence with correct spelling and grammar. So for the thought process, can you tell me, ma'am, your favorite place to visit?
MacArthur,
Or
Palalay, MacArthur Park.
why is it your favorite place, ma'am?
I feel free when I visit MacArthur Park.
Okay, ma'am, thank you. So for the findings, the patient expressed full, free-flowing thoughts, easy to understand and make sense. So now, ma'am, can you state your complete name as well as the complete name of your family members?
I am Geraldine Dagami, and my mother's name is Nada B. Dagami, and my father's name is Artemio B. Dagami. And my siblings are Joanne Piñar Dagami, Joby Piñar Dagami, Julian Piñar Dagami, Jonathan Piñar Dagami, John Louis Piñar Dagami, John Philip Piñar Dagami, and Julian B. Dagami.
Okay, so for the findings, the patient can clearly states the name, her complete name, and the name of her family members. So, you know where you are right now, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am. I am situated right now in Musculoskeletal Street.
The time today, ma'am?
It's 7:16 p.m.
So for the findings, the patient was able to state the current place and time. So next, can you tell me your class schedule today, ma'am?
Last schedule in school, ma'am.
Yes.
We have classes in ethics. We have classes in arts. That's all.
So for the findings, the patient listens to the question that is given to her and was able to follow the direction. So for the past memory, can you recall the happiest and unforgettable day of your life, ma'am? And explain why?
The most unforgettable moment that I have experienced was being able to experience having a complete family since my sister still can't able to go back in later since 2013.
So for the findings, the patient was able to recall the past events of her life, just like the happiest day of her life. So for the recent, ma'am, When did you last eat today, ma'am?
Earlier this 6 a.m.
So the patient was able to recall the last time that she ate at this day. So for the fun of information, can you tell me, ma'am, what is the who is the newly proclaimed president of the Philippines?
The newly proclaimed president of the Philippines was the one who wants unity, Bongbong Marcos Jr.
Okay, so the patient answer and provides the appropriate answer to the questions. So for the abstract reasoning, how will you interpret this, ma'am? No pain, no gain.
For me, that sentence only specifies that a person can be able to fulfill or achieve her or his goal without failures. You can't be able to surpass things without feeling pain, because if you were not able to learn things through being harmed or through being through feeling pain, you are not learning the things that you think are wrong. So for me, when you were able to experience different things, you will able to surpass things as you learn from it.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you. So for the findings, the patient was able to interpret the given proverb. So for the similarities, can you tell me, ma'am, what is the similarities of a water and a juice?
The similarities of water and juice is that they both help a person avoid being dehydrated.
Okay. So for the findings, the patient clearly and accurately states the similarities of both the water and juice. So for the judgment, so I have here a situational question, ma'am. So you visited an ocean, a beach, and you saw your friend drowning, but you cannot swim. So, but you wanted to help him. So what will you do?
In that situation, since I can't be able to swim and get my friend being feeling frightened because he or she is being drawn in the sea, I will call people who are able to swim, so he can get help from them instead of pushing myself to the things that I can do.
Thank you. So the patient choose the appropriate thing to do. So for the visual, virtual, and constructional ability, so can you identify the shapes, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am. Circle, triangle, rectangle, diamond.
Can you rewrite them, ma'am? Thank you, ma'am. So for the findings, the patient can identify the different figures that is being shown to her. So now, ma'am, let us proceed to the motor and cerebellar function. So for the rapid alternating movements, can you turn your palm, ma'am, like this, as fast as you can. Okay, thank you, ma'am. So the patient can turn her hands or palms as rapidly. So for the finger test, ma'am, finger nose test, can you touch your nose, ma'am? Okay, so the patient touches her nose with smooth, accurate movements with no hesitation. So this time, ma'am, is the finger thumb test. Can you do this, ma'am? Okay, ma'am. So the patient touches her finger to thumb with smooth and accurate movements. So for the heel to shin test, can you lay down now? I will remove your pocket now.
Ma'am, can you stretch my legs?
So for the heel to shin test, ma'am, you have to slowly slide your feet. Can you do it right, ma'am? So for the findings, the patient perform heel to shin access test. Her heel runs smoothly down to each shin. So for the button and unbutton of the shirt, can you button your shirt and unbutton your shirt? Thank you, ma'am. So the patient can button and unbutton the shirt smoothly without hesitation and difficulty. So for the tendon walk, ma'am, can you walk like this, ma'am? For the findings, the patient can walk on heels and toes with a little or a minor difficulty, which is normal. Next. So for the Romberg test, ma'am, can you stand straight, ma'am?
1 second.
Can you close your eyes, ma'am? Close your eyes. Okay, ma'am, thank you. So for the findings, the patient can stand straight with the presence of swaying when her eyes was closed, which is normal. So now I will inspect for some involuntary movements in your upper and lower extremities. for the findings, the patient has um, no vasculation noted upon assessing the upper and lower extremities of the patient. So now, ma'am, let us proceed to sensory function. So all you have to do, ma'am, is to close your eyes in the whole process of assessing the sensory function. So are you ready, ma'am? Okay, close your eyes now, ma'am. What do you feel, ma'am? Okay, ma'am. For the findings, the patient identifies light touch correctly, which is me. So now, what do you feel?
Sure.
This one, ma'am. What do you feel, ma'am?
Do you have three options now?
Sharp or dull?
That
Okay, ma'am. So for the findings, the patient was able to correctly differentiate between the dullness and the sharpness sensation. So now, do you feel it? So, the patient correctly identifies between cold and hot temperature. Between cold and hot temperature. What do you feel, ma'am? What do you feel, ma'am? So for the findings, the patient correctly identifies the vibration in a specific part of her body using the tuning fork. So now, how many points do you feel, ma'am? assessing the 2-point discrimination, the patient identified the 2-point on fingertips, forearms, dorsal part of the hands, back, and thighs. Close your eyes, Mama. Can you tell me what is this, Mama?
Scissor, ma'am.
Oh, what is Mama?
Burr, ma'am.
So, for the findings, for the findings in stereognosis, for the stereognosis findings, the patient correctly identifies the object. Close your eyes, ma'am. Can you tell me what model is this, ma'am? So, So, for the findings, the patient correctly identifies the number written in the different parts of her body. Now, can you repeat the movement in your other hands, ma'am? Repeat the movement, ma'am. So for the findings, the patient correctly identifies the direction and movements of the arms. So now, ma'am, in assessing your cranial nerve, I need you again to close your eyes, for I will start in cranial 1 or the olfactory. Can you cover the other of your nose? What can you smell, ma'am?
Sorry.
Next. Cover the
Pineapple.
Can you spell it, ma'am?
Pineapple juice, ma'am.
So, for the findings, the patient correctly identifies the scent of sour and sweet, or the pineapple juice. So, next is assessing the cranial tooth or the optic. So, open your eyes and open your eyes. So, I will be using a Snellen chart. So it must be 6 feet, 6 to 8 feet away from the eyes. Are you ready, ma'am? Can you cover your So for the cranial 2 or the optic, the client clearly identify the letters that is indicated in the Snellen chart. So now for the cranial 3, 4, and 6, for the oculomotor, trochlear, and abducens. Can you follow these movements, ma'am, without moving your head? Are you ready, ma'am? So for the findings, the pupils are equally round, responsive to light, and accommodation. So it has a full extraocular movements. So next is assessing the cranial 5 or the trigeminal. The cranial 5 or the trigeminal. For the findings, the corneal reflex is present. So now I'll be assessing the cranial 7 is the facial. So can you close your eyes, ma'am? Can you open your mouth? Can you stick your tongue out, ma'am? What do you taste, ma'am?
Sorry, ma'am.
Thanks. Can you stick your tongue out, ma'am? What can you taste, ma'am?
Spicy, ma'am.
Okay, so next, you can open your eyes, ma'am. So next, can you smile, ma'am? Can you frown? Can you wrinkle your forehead? Can you show your teeth? Can you puff out your cheek?
How, ma'am?
Lulubulo. Can you purse your lips? Can you raise your eyebrows? Can you close your eyes fully? So for the findings, the patient can easily identify the spicy and salty. The salty, which is the salt, and the spicy, which is the Tabasco hot sauce. And she can easily smile, frown, wrinkle her head, show her teeth, puff out cheeks, purse lips, raise her eyebrows, and close her eyes fully without any discomfort and pain. So next is the cranial aid. So next I will be assessing the cranial aid. For the cranial aid, ma'am, I'll be assessing your hearing through whisper test. So I'll be whispering a word, ma'am, and all you have to do is to state it again. So you have to cover your other ear, ma'am. So are you ready?
Yes, ma'am. Water.
Your other ear, ma'am.
Liver.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you. So now, all you have to do now, ma'am, is to tell me if you hear a vibration and if it's already stopped. Okay, ma'am? I will start now. Do you hear in your both ears, ma'am? Clearly? Tell me if it's stopped na, ma'am. Tell me if it's stopped, ma'am.
Stop now. Stop now. Stop now. Stop now.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you. So for the whisper test, the patient. So for the findings, in whisper test, the patient clearly hears the word that I whispered in her both ears, and also for the liver test, the vibration is clearly heard in her both ears. So for the next assessment is your balance, ma'am. So can you stand up, ma'am? Can you move forward, ma'am? Can you do this, ma'am?
Take it later.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you. So now, ma'am, I'll be assessing your cranial 9 and 10. So I will be using a tongue depressor. So can you open your mouth, ma'am? Wait lang, ma'am. I will perform first hand hygiene for your safety. For safety purposes. Okay, I will first open the tongue depressor. So, can you open your mouth, ma'am? Stick out your tongue. So now, ma'am, can you drink your water?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay na, ma'am. So for the findings, the uvula and palate rise symmetrically when the client says does not experience any difficulty in swallowing. So, ma'am, I'll be assessing your cranial 11, which is the spinal accessory. So once you shrug your shoulder, ma'am, I will apply force and you should resist. Are you ready, ma'am? Okay, ma'am. Go, ma'am. Okay, ma'am. Thank you. Same process, ma'am. You should resist. You ready, ma'am? Thank you. Equal for the findings, equal shoulder shrug against resistance, turns head both directions, resist. So now, ma'am, I will assess in your cranial 12, which is the hypoglossal. So I will be using again, ma'am, a tongue depressor, and you have to stick out your tongue. Okay, ma'am? So now, ma'am, can you open your mouth, ma'am, and stick out your tongue? Can you stick out your tongue, ma'am? Okay, so you should resist the tongue depressor, ma'am. Okay? Thank you. I will now dispose the tongue depressor. So for the findings, the tongue protrudes in midline and was able to push the tongue with the tongue depressor on the right and left side without difficulty. So now, ma'am, I'll be assessing for your deep tendon reflexes for the biceps, the left and the right, the triceps, the patellar, the Achilles, and the brachioradialis. So, are you ready, ma'am? So, I'll be using the reflex hammer. So, I'll start in the biceps. Next is the tricep. that. Next is the brachioradialis. Next is the patellar. Next is the Achilles. So now, ma'am, I will be assessing your abdominal reflex or the superficial reflexes in your abdominal. So, is it okay, ma'am, if ma-expose again yung abdomen nyo? So, I'll remove the blanket, ma'am. Okay, so for the findings, there's a muscle that contract. So now I'll be assessing the superficial reflexes in the plantar. The left, for the pathologic reflexes, I will assess for the Rodzinski sign. So I will raise your okay, thank you, ma'am. So next is assessing for Kernig's sign. So I will raise your feet, ma'am. Do you feel any pain, ma'am? No. Do you feel any pain, ma'am? Or discomfort? Okay, ma'am. Thank you. Further findings in Brudzinski's sign: no movement of hips and the knees remain relaxed. While the Koenig's sign, the findings, the patient feel no pain.